Sean, when people are selling their house, when that sign first goes in the yard, there's a lot of excitement on the seller's side and then a lot of excitement in the market.
Yes.
So whenever that house first goes on the market, like typically for us, we put it up for sale on a Thursday or Friday. So what happens that first weekend?
The first weekend, any buyers that were already in the market and looking for homes that our new listing fits their criteria, what they're looking for, they see it immediately. It pops up in their automated searches, and they call their realtors and they say, hey, I want to go check out this house.
Right.
And so all of them, all at once, are starting to schedule appointments to come see the house.
And as a seller, you're like, oh, this is fantastic. There's this much interest. Now,
And it is fantastic.
it is fantastic. And sometimes the house goes under contract that quickly, like within that first week. But sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
And when it doesn't go under contract that first week, what happens in the weeks to come?
You see a slowdown. Once all those buyers that were already in the market have kind of filtered through the house and decided they want to keep looking,
Right.
Which is fine. Now we are just waiting on new buyers to enter the market.
Right.
And it's going to feel slower. Sellers are typically going to think that something's wrong.
Right.
I had one the other day call and ask, hey, just wondering, like, why all of a sudden am I not getting, the first week I had every day had a showing, and now there's none. Like the only one is next weekend, and it's for that reason.
And that can, as a seller, be a little bit concerning, but it's just the way it goes. Remember, you only need one person to buy your house. Now, what we like to see is it to continue to get showings, because like we're evaluating is, do we need to change the price? Is there something that we need to do on the marketing side to make it show a little bit different? Is there something that sometimes it's a condition issue, like we need to adjust this? So we're evaluating as this is happening are these things matching up? But sometimes it's just waiting on the buyer. So if you're still getting showings, you're just waiting on buyers to enter the market. Now you could change the price and get it in front of new people, and that might change it. In this case, like the people you were talking about, there was nothing wrong with the conditions, so we didn't have to do that. Marketing wise, we were fine, and we're still seeing this consistent stream of people coming through. So until we get about 10, 15 showings, once we get that 10, 15 showings, then we might go, okay, if that many people are looking at it and passing on it, we might need to adjust the price a little bit to make it a little more attractive. But we got to give it some time to get there. And it's really important, if you think about it, that getting it in front of new people. Because if you don't get it in front of new people, and when we say get it in front of new people, what happens is if we drop the price, I'm going to use Sean as an example. Sean's buying a house. I have him set up on a search that goes up to $350. His lender said the most he can spend on a house is $350. So he's seeing all the houses that are from, like $250 to $350. And if I drop a price of a house from $350 to $349, he's still already seen it. It's not really new people. So like if I was at $360 and I dropped it down to $350, all of a sudden he'd be like, I've never seen this house before. So you'll hear us talk about sometimes when we're talking about adjusting the price, because sellers will be like, I just want to drop it like $500.
That's not going to give you a new buyer pool.
It's not. Nobody new is going to see it.
Right.
And sadly, there's nobody's pre-approval that detailed. Like if you can afford $299,000, $500,000, you can afford $300,000. It's just not that detailed of a number. So you really want to think, don't drop the price a lot of times, but one time to get it in front of a new buyer pool will go a lot further. So those are just some things whenever you're first putting your house up for sale that you might want to think about. And if you have questions, just call us. We love questions.